Welcome to the fourth episode of Roasting Home Service Business Websites. In this case, we have Model City Roofing from Justin. So shout out to him for allowing us to roast his website. If you want your website roasted on a future episode, make sure to comment it down below and I'll make sure to roast it. So I'm on the hero section right now, and the first thing that I see I really like it and it's really popping off is this video on the background. So this is like a huge plus and USB for your website. If you have a background video that shows your work, shows your roof in this case, shows your team working, that's a huge plus because not everyone is gonna have that. So if you can have this in the hero section, which is the most important part of your website, that's really gonna make you, stand out from the competition and get more customers. Now, from the SEO standpoint, we see that this company serves Jacksonville, Orlando, Tampa, Sarasota, and then Panhandle. So also Tennessee. So in order for the SEO to work on this, what I would do is on the H1, which is one of the most important parts for SEO and conversion and everything, what you want to target is the broadest location, but not go so broad that it's not specific enough, right? So for this case, since they're serving Florida and Tennessee, I would just put that on the H1. So I would either put roofing company or top rated roofing company or put top rated roofing company in Florida and Tennessee. That way, you improve the SEO of the website because right now, craftsmanship, obviously, this copy is really good, but from an SEO standpoint, it's not very effective. So I would definitely make sure to add that in. And if we check the title of the page, you can see that it's not properly optimized. So it's just a whole mess with different locations. So what you want to do for the title is almost put the same thing as your H1. So in this case, it would be like top rated roofing company in Florida and Tennessee, and then maybe the business name at the end. But right now it's just a mess. You have the business name, residential commercial roofing installation, and then just a bunch of like zip codes. So you definitely want to improve that. And then also the meta description right now is way too long, so typically you want to aim for a meta description that's less than 160 characters or so. And right now it's just way too long. You want to make it concise. You want to make it, readable and not very confusing. So definitely could improve on that on the SEO aspect. And then something very strange that we see on the hero section is we have these social icons right here. They don't really fit here. And from my personal experience and expertise, I wouldn't recommend having those social icons because let's say I'm a customer, right? I come into your website, I want to get a quote. I scroll with my finger and I click the X icon. Now I'm out of your website. I get distracted on the website and then I forgot about this website. That's a lead loss, right? So you don't want to put any distractions that could potentially make the website or the customer go into another website. So I would definitely just like leave this for the footer. You don't need to have these social icons on the hero section at all, especially where they are right now. So if we take a look at the navbar, I would consider the navbar looks pretty good in terms of the design. If you're looking for this like aesthetic, like square rectangles, that's a really good feel for it, and everything looks good. Now on the call to action, I see that the primary call to action is be your work, and then we have get in touch. Those are pretty good, but if you have like these two call to actions are the most crucial, you want to have the primary call to action be like get a free code, something like that's more clear and readable, because right now be your work, obviously they want to see your work, that's valuable, but the main thing you want to get from the customer is them to call you, fill out the form or anything like that. So I would personally make this say like call now, or either get a free quote, and then the other one could be call now, or get a free quote, one of those two. That way, the users are obviously, if they're interested in seeing your work, they're going to scroll down, they're going to see other pages. So you don't really need to put that here on the hero section where you need to get the most value out of it, right? So that's on the hero section alone. And then if we come down, we have this text. I would make this image smaller and reorganize these better. Maybe have some cards for the services, because right now, the content is good and everything, but all my attention goes to this stock image, and like that's something also, like if you have pictures of your work, definitely use them over just using stock images, because that really signifies that you're a real business, both for Google and your customers as well. So we come down here. So obviously they offer commercial and residential roofing, but yeah, the images are way too large here, and the padding issues, you need to have consistent padding. So for example, if you have this text left aligned here, you need to make sure that this is also left aligned. And right now it's just like kind of like thrown in the middle where you have more space to put the text more organized, right? Then we have this video and everything. This is good. This is great. The FIQs, I like this button. And then we have this. Typically though, if your color palette is like red or black, you want to stick to it. The yellow is fine, but if it's not on your logo, you don't want to throw just like a random color on it, right? So I would just keep that in mind, and maybe add some padding here at the top and bottom. That would help, definitely help you. And then we have this get a free quote. Now we do see a little bit of inconsistency on the container. So this is the navbar, the container. Everything's kind of pushed to the right, and then this is pushed to the left. Then if we keep scrolling, we have the container being here on this line, and then this content is like pushed to the right. Then we have this on the left. So you just want to make sure to keep everything consistent, like on a set of rectangles. And then if we keep scrolling down, this is a really good picture. I would just make sure that the picture is high quality enough, because right now it's a little bit pixelated to see the team right here. Obviously the band is a huge massive plus for social proof and everything, but then we have these stats that are really hard to see. So the best thing for this section is just to add some backdrop shadow. If you want the pictures to be really seeable, then you need to still add a little bit of backdrop, to make it more readable for these stats right here. And maybe you could also make these stats like count from zero, right, to make them pop a little bit more. And then also make sure that they're aligned correctly, because right now they're just on the left, like thrown out there. And then we have this text on the left, this heading. So everything's kind of disorganized. And then we have this text that's really hard to see. So this is a great section that with a little bit of improvement could help you massively as well. So then we have the services. So I really like this section actually. We have the services very organized. So maybe this section could be moved up to the below the hero section, and then you could also create a specific page if you don't have that already for each specific service. Then we have the projects. This is great, showcasing the services, more social proof. You could even add this to the top, because like people want to see automatically, the social proof. They don't want to have to scroll down. So definitely consider moving this below the hero section as well. So that would be something to add. And then we have the services as well. So yeah, just like the footer looks great. Just with a little bit of improvement, making these changes could really make a massive difference on your website, SEO wise, and also conversion wise. So let me know if you like this episode. If you want your website roasted, make sure to comment it down below, and I'll make sure to roast it in a future episode. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.